grassroots realities of farmer distress in Karnataka. As several parts of the state are staring at a drought situation, a political controversy over farmer suicides was triggered after Karnataka's textile minister Shivanand Patil linked the increase in the number of cases being reported to the increase in monetary compensation given to the family of the victims. His argument, in which he blamed the media for sensationalizing as well, was that in many cases deaths which were not by suicide were reported as one to claim compensation. The opposition BJP hit out at the government. Pratibha Raman has the details.
Farmer suicides is a tragic reminder of the distress in Indian agriculture. The least that the state can offer is compensation for the families in each case. But in a remark that's evoked sharp criticism, Karnataka's textile minister Shivanand Patil claimed that increased compensation has led to even natural deaths being reported as suicides. He blamed the media too for declaring every farmer death as a suicide.
ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ನಾನು ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಕೊಡೋನು, ನಾನು ಆತ್ಮಹತ್ಯೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗೆ ನನಗೆ ಪರಿಹಾರ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ದುರಾಸೆ ನನ್ನ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನ FSL ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಬರುವವರೆಗೆ ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡದೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ದು ತಪ್ಪು ನಂದು ತಪ್ಪಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಆ ರೀತಿ ವರದಿ ಮಾಡೋದು ನೋಡಿ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ವೀರೇಶ್ ಕಮಿಟಿ ವರದಿ ಬರೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಪೂರ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ಆತ್ಮಹತ್ಯೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ. ಏನು ನಾವು 5 ಲಕ್ಷ ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಪರಿಹಾರ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ 2015 ನಂತರ, ಅವತ್ತಿನಿಂದ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
Karnataka has recorded 180 such suicides in the last 1 year. The minister's comment came as a response to farmer associations alleging that only 60% of those families have received compensation. His comments have triggered a political storm, with the BJP alleging that the Congress government is anti-farmer.
So he should be more empathetic, sympathetic to all these people and do whatever good. Since being in a government, they should ensure this kind of situation doesn't arise for any farmer.
Farmer associations found the minister's comments insulting.
ಇದು ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮಾತು ನ್ಯಾಯಯುತವಾಗಿದೆಯಾ? ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ರು ಇನ್ನೇ ಒಂದು ಘಟನೆಯಿಂದ ಆತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಸತ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಬಿಂಬಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನೂ ಒಂದು ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಿಂದ ಕಾಣೋದು ನ್ಯಾಯನ ಇದು? ಶಿವಾನಂದ ಪಾಟೀಲ್ ಅವರೇ, ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕೆಲಸ ಅಥವಾ ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕೆಲಸ ಇದು ಶೋಭಿತರಂತ ಕೆಲಸ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಇದು ನಿಜವಾಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ ರೈತ ಕುಲಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಅವಮಾನ ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ಮಾತು ನೀವು. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ರೈತ ನಿಜವಾಗಿ ಬರಗಾಲ ಬಿದ್ದು, ಇಡೀ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಅಖಂಡ ಬರಗಾಲ ಬಿದ್ದು ನೊಂದು ಸಾಯ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಇವಾಗ.
While farmer suicide cases have taken a political turn, reality on ground points to around 62 taluks being declared as drought hit, low water levels in reservoirs and at least 7 hours of power cuts in rural areas. However, according to media reports, the farmer suicide cases have come down by at least 33% in 2023 as compared to 2020. According to the Revenue Department, 855 farmers died by suicide in 2020-2021, 917 in 2021 to 2022, and 310 in 2022 till mid-February 2023. Belagavi topped the list among districts in the last 3 years. Haveri, Dharwad, Chikmagalur, Yadgiri and Hassan are the other districts with high farmer suicide numbers. In the joint survey in 113 of the 237 taluks, 62 taluks declared as drought hit. Further, crop damage reported in additional 134 taluks. Taluks with more than 60% rain deficit are declared drought hit. Bengaluru Urban, Bengaluru Rural, Kolar, Ramnagara, Mandya, Mysuru and Chamarajanagar are the drought-hit districts. Farmer suicides go beyond compensation. Much would depend on a systematic change in farming methods, crop surveys or even lifestyle to ensure farmer grievances are addressed. With camera person Govind, Pratibha Raman in Bengaluru for NDTV.
Remember, this is an enormous issue. Farmer distress is something that's a nationwide issue and requires a conversation that's not dominated by political divisions or political exchange. Joining us this evening, Lavanya Balal, National General Secretary, Media and Communications and spokesperson of the Congress Party. Also with us, Dr. Lakshmi Ashwin Gowda of the Bharatiya Janata Party in Karnataka. Thank you too for joining us. My first question to you, Dr. Lakshmi, is that the comments made by Minister Patil is reflective of the concerns that some deaths which may not be suicides are reported as suicides in the context of compensation. Does that require a serious intellectual exchange and an exchange in terms of investigation on those deaths, or should it turn into a political exchange? My first question to you, Dr. Lakshmi.
Thank you, Veeresh. It is the Congress government's apathy and their insensitivity to the farmers and their interests. Now, in contrast to the statement made by the arrogant minister of Karnataka, the number of farmer suicides has been declining ever since 2015. Now he has made a contrasting statements and the callous statements about the farmers. Now the most part of the major part of the Karnataka, like central Karnataka, North Karnataka, Kalyana Karnataka, have received very scanty southwest monsoonal rainfall. When this is the scenario, they're expected to announce these areas as the drought hit, and they are expected to given the compensation to the grants to the districts where they are drought hit and their crops have suffered. Instead of doing this, they are making this callous and apathetic statements about the farmers. It is condemnable. Now, people of Karnataka have voted them to power, believing their freebies. Now, it is the people of Karnataka at the receiving end.
Dr. Lakshmi, let me take the first point that you've made across. Dr. Lakshmi, let me take the first point that you've made across to Lavanya Balal. While it's a very substantive issue, Lavanya, was it insensitive of a minister, given that the state is staring at a drought at this stage, to make a comment of that nature that could be construed insensitive to several lakhs of farmers who are in distress?
Good evening, Veeresh. First of all, farmer suicide issues are very sensitive, and we have a high number of farmer suicides happening across India. We have a drought situation in north part of Karnataka. Many districts of Karnataka is facing the drought. Let me read out the statement that the minister made. You also played a video bite of what he's saying. He's asking the media not to jump to conclusions about the deaths that have happened. He's also saying not all deaths that have been claimed as farmer deaths are farmer deaths. Sometimes it is some other suicides which are being written off as farmer suicides, and he feels that the reason could be the compensation for farmer deaths or suicides have been increased, and that could be one of the reasons why all suicides or most suicides are being claimed as farmer suicides. But yes, we need to be sensitive to the farmers, and MSP would go a long way in cushioning the pain that the farmers are going through, and the farmers' compensations that our Karnataka state is supposed to receive is not received yet. We would request our 25 BJP MPs to please raise this issue in Delhi. Our farmers need compensation. Please do the needful for the Karnataka state.
Dr. Lakshmi Gowda?
They have diverged major chunk of the financial resources to the freebies provided previous to the people just ahead of the Lok Sabha elections. They have carried a myopic vision about the people of Karnataka with no welfaristic attitude. When they have diverged major chunk of financial resource to the previous, they have left with no resources to spend on welfaristic and other schemes and to save the farmers of Karnataka. Time and again, they have shown anti-farmer stance. Very recently, in the recent past, by releasing the 10 TMC water to the Tamil Nadu people against the interest of the Karnataka people and against the interest of our lives and at the cost of our kharif crops. Now again, they are showing disrespect to the lives of the farmers by making these type of callous statements with negligent and utterly callous attitude. Okay. This is highly condemnable.
Ma'am, if you could give us the number.
Read out the context of the Please go ahead.
I would just like to request the BJP spokesperson to let us know, in the year 2020 and 2021, 21-22, what is the amount of compensation that the central government has paid to the farmers of Karnataka, ma'am?
2 lakhs.
Because I'm sorry? No, I'm asking you the number of farmers. Yeah, that was the claim. How many farmers got the compensation? Can you please give us the figures? Because there was a protest during your tenure that the farmers are not receiving compensation that they are meant to receive, that the government has promised them. So can you please give us the facts and figures of the compensation central government released
have
and the
ensured
number
that.
of recipients? Number of recipients, ma'am. Let's not talk about the hot air. Let's cut the chase. Please give us the facts and figures. The number of recipients.
There are reports which suggest
1,050. The number of recipients were 1,050, and the number has been
So entire
the farming
Karnataka,
suicides number has
entire
been
Karnataka.
declining ever since 2015. The number has been decreasing.
Veera
In contrast
Raghav.
to the statement made by your minister, now he is saying the number of farmers
Raghav.
suicide has increased just because of the
Raghav.
compensation package. Look at you. Look at your government
Raghav.
stance. Look at the dispensation.
I am not Raghav. Raghav, she says in a span of 3 years, only 1,000 farmers were paid compensation
we'll
in
leave this here.
Karnataka.
No, I get the statistical point. I get the statistical point that you're making. There are reports which say that 60% of farmers aren't getting it, but I think it's beyond just a political divide between the BJP and the Congress. Can we agree that there needs to be a substantive assessment of farmer suicides? And is there something that the Congress and the BJP, when it comes to the Kaveri issue and an all-party meeting, despite outside statements, the Congress and BJP works together when it comes to Karnataka? Is it possible that the Congress and the BJP can work together as far as farmer suicides is considered in the state? Both of you. First to you, Lavanya.
Absolutely. There needs to be, work. All of us need to work towards ensuring that the farmer distress reduces in the state. And I will not even go into what all the BJP has not done for the farmers. But yes, I agree with your point.
Okay, Dr. Lakshmi Gowda.
People of Karnataka have believed their freebies and they voted them to power. Now they're bearing the brunt of it. It is high time for them to realize ahead of the Lok Sabha elections. Now the ruling dispensation has lost their sight in saving the INDIA bloc to win the Lok Sabha elections. It is the distant dream. It will never happen. When they don't have altruistic attitude about the country, when they don't have the nationalistic interest about the country, when they don't know when they are complying, when they are making their statements about the Sanatana Dharma, it is the high time for people of India people of Bharat to dispose them off.
The question is about
Raghav?
The question is about farmer suicides. Yes.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, Raghav. One quick point. If BJP was so concerned about the farmers of Karnataka, they wouldn't have amended the Land Reforms Act and changed the farm laws in Karnataka, which allows non-farmers to buy property in Karnataka, which is pushing our farmers into distressed selling of properties. Thank you.
This is a substantive issue. I think there are divisions on all sides and there are issues on all sides of the political divide. There is a need to be far more sensitive, especially as we declare several taluks as drought hit. It's important for both the opposition and the ruling party perhaps to work together as far as Karnataka is concerned in a drought situation. But that's all we have time for. Thank you too for joining us. The news continues here on NDTV.